Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Last lesson we talk about what are the offerings, right? What are the offerings? Normally we can divide two types of offerings. Amisa dana, material offerings, and Dhamma dana, the offering of knowledge. We can call it knowledge or Dhamma, right? Dhamma offering. Material offering. Regarding with the material offering, we can divide into four, right? Clothing, food, dwelling, and medicine, right? Medicines. And in the commentaries, we have a 10 type of offerings, right? So we have learned in previous lessons. So today we will learn a little bit further. So we have a more offering, right? More offerings. Before we learn that Sutta, so just see this one. Hatthaka Āḷāvaka. Hatthaka Āḷāvaka is one of the famous male devotees of the Buddha. So he is one of the foremost disciples. So therefore, in Anguttara Nikaya, chapter 1, Sutta number 251. So as you know, in Anguttara Nikaya, the chapter 1, we have so many suttas. Mostly a very short one, right? So this is one of the, this is considered as the one sutta. Anguttara Nikaya, chapter 1, Sutta number 251. So in that Sutta, the Buddha said that, Bhikkhus, a man may lay followers who treat people kindly with the four kinds of favors. Hatthaka Āḷāvaka is the foremost. Actually, his name is Hatthaka. Āḷāvaka means the one who lives in Āḷāvi. The one who lives in Singapore is called Singaporean. Just like that, right? Just like that. The one who lives in Āḷāvi is called Āḷāvaka. You know Āḷāvaka, demon, right? He is the one who is living in Āḷāvi. So actually, so this one also, his name is Hatthaka, living in Āḷāvi, therefore is known as the Āḷāvaka. The one who ever live in Āḷāvi, they can be called Āḷāvaka, right? So he is the foremost among the people who treat people kindly with the four kinds of favors. Sanghavatu, right? So now we are going to learn Sanghavatu Sutta. So this Sutta is taught to Hatthaka Āḷāvaka. Hatthaka Āḷāvaka. So this is translated by Myanmar Pitaka Association, not by Bhikkhu Bodhi. Bhikkhu Bodhi used the word four means of attracting and sustaining others. So a little bit, of course this one also good, but I think that translation of Myanmar Pitaka Association is much better, so therefore I take this one. So we have a four method or four bases to maintain our relationship, right? If you want to strengthen your relationship, if you want to maintain and sustain your relationship, so these are 4 methods, right? I think very good sutta. Very good sutta to learn. Sangha Vatu Sutta. Sangha literally means to hold together or to hold family. If you take something, right, you hold it family. That is the Sangha means. Vatu means the basis. So that means we have a 4 basis or 4 method to hold family. To hold your friend family, right? To hold your friend family. So, if you follow 4 methods, then you can hold your friendship family, right? So that is Sangha Vatu means. So, Bhikkhu Bodhi translate as to attract and sustain, right? So, Abhidhammata Sangha. And we also have a Sangha, right? Abhidhammata Sangha. So Sangha means, that manual is small book trying to hold or trying to collect all together family. All the teaching from Abhidhamma, 7 Abhidhamma texts, right? The same meaning. In Mangala Sutta, we also have the word Sangha. Mata Pitu Upatana Bodha Darasa Sangho. If you want to sustain your relationship with your mother, with your father, with your husband or spouse, right? Including your children. So you have to give, right? So in Mangala Sutta as well, we have the word Sangha. Sangha means the same thing, to sustain relationship. So if you want to have a good relationship with your parents, with your spouse, and with your children, you need to give away all these 4 things, right? So you have to render your you have to practice 4 methods. So that is Sangha Vatu means. Bhikkhu Sujato use the word to include. Actually, translation of the word include can be applied to Abhidhammata Sangha, right? So Abhidhammata Sangha trying to include all the teachings in this manual. So the word include me, and then it is better to use in Abhidhammata Sangha, right? But here, it's better to use to sustain relationship, right? To attract or sustain relationship. Okay, so let's go and read Sutta number chapter 4 in Anguttara Nikaya, chapter 4, Sutta number 32, page number 419. Page number 419, Sutta number 32, sustaining, right? Sustaining. So the Buddha said that bhikkhus, so there are these 4 means of sustaining a favorable relationship. So there are 4 means or 4 methods to sustain our relationship with everyone. Not only your friend, not only your parents, everyone, right? Everyone. So there are 4 means of sustaining a favorable relationship. What 4? We'll use it this one. 4 means of sustaining relationship. Number 1, giving. The best one, the Buddha start. The first method is give, right? Give. So if you give away, you can maintain your relationship with everyone. If you give to your parents, and you can make a good relationship with them. If you give to your children, and you will have a good relationship with the children, right? So, if you want to maintain a good relationship with your friend, give. A very good method, right? Actually, it's very important. Next Sutta, we will learn why we should give, right? So the Buddha talk about why we should give. So the first method is giving. So giving here means wherever you give, right? So we have two types of giving. Material giving, right? Material giving, anything. And second one is Dhamma sharing, right? Dhamma sharing. So I am sharing the Dhamma, right? Then I can maintain a good relationship with you all. So that is a Dāna, right? That is a Dāna. And second one, endearing speech, Peya Vacha. That is very important. Some people are very rich. They don't need your offering. They don't need material support. But they need emotional support, right? They like endearing speeches. For those who do not need material support, you don't need to give away. You don't need to do dāna, right? What you have to do is, so you have to use pleasant speeches, endearing speeches, trying to use a pleasant speeches, right? Here, Singapore. So the root word of Singapore is Sīhapura, right? Sorry? Oh, actually, I'm talking in Pali. Pali is Sīha. Actually, in Sanskrit, Senga, right? Senga, the same thing. Sīha means lion. Pura means the city or city-state, right? City-state. So in Pali Canon, the Buddha used the word pori. The word pori. Pori means the one who are living in the pura, in the city-state. So the people who are living in the city-state, in the city, big cities, are very polite. Not like the people in the villages, right? So therefore, the Buddha used the word pori. Pori means the people who are living in the cities are very polite. The way they use the word, right? The way they express are very polite. So we have to use a polite and endearing speeches. That of the people who are living in the state city, right? In the big cities. So some people do not need material support for them. So we need to use endearing speeches. It is very important, right? So people like pleasant speeches. So people want to associate with those people who are using endearing speeches. So some people are very generous. They just give away, right? But they are not polite. And they do not use pleasant speeches, right? And also the Buddha used the word Hariyangama. Hariyangama means the speeches that go straight to your heart. So the Buddha used the word Hariyangama, right? So we should use the word or speeches that go straight to the heart, right? So so that means it is nothing but the opposite of harsh speech, right? So if you refrain from harsh speech, that means you are following this method. Second method, right? Second method. So if you are using endearing speeches, you can attract the people. And third method is beneficing contact, right? Beneficing contact. So actually, regarding with the beneficing contact, the commentary mentioned helping others, just like giving suggestions and giving advice whenever occasion arises. So that is also very important. So when your friend is doing something, right, then you don't need to support materially, but you don't need to use endearing speeches. They need your help, right? They need your help. For those people, so you need to help them. So this is the second beneficing contact. Beneficing contact. So in the funeral and the wake, there are people who are helping, right? So these are very important. So people who are helping in their sad occasions and happy occasions as well, they will like them, right? They will like them. You will like them. So therefore, so this is also the third method to maintain a healthy relationship, right? Beneficing contact. And the last one, also very important, equal relationship or impartiality or oneness. So you do not have any discrimination. You are very close to them, right? So here, oneness, Sumanā. So here, oneness. Impartiality is the same in happiness, in suffering. So when your friends, when your relative, when your children is suffering or happy, right? You are there. You are together with them. So you are eating together with them. So that is oneness, right? There's no difference. Even though you are a leader in the society, you're trying to stay very closely with other members of society, right? So that is Sumanā. And the best one is oneness. There's no difference. You sleep together, if possible, and you eat together, you stay together, and you sit down together, right? For that reason, the politicians are very smart, right? And they sit among the people. They eat with the people, right? With the public. So in this way, they can maintain relationship, right? So that is one of the methods. So actually, that is also a very important method, right? Very important method. So if you do not have the last one, you cannot maintain, especially as a politician, nowadays, right? Nowadays. So they will not maintain a good relationship with the public, right? So therefore, this is also one of the important methods. Equal relationship or oneness. So you are together with them, right? You're together with them. Especially with the parents and children, right? So if you do not maintain equal relationship, right? You cannot maintain your friendship with them. So therefore, actually, when you look at this one, when you look at what the Buddha said, so you can see the importance of this sutta. If there were no such a means of sustaining a favorable relationship, neither mother nor father would be able to obtain esteem and veneration from their children. So if you lack of those four methods, it's very difficult to get respect from your even from your children. For the parents who want to get respect and esteem from your children, so you need to follow these 4 methods, right? These 4 methods. So the number 2, number 3, and number 5, right? Number 4, all these are Sīla, according to commentaries, right? According to commentaries. But in other words, we can say these are Dāna, right? You're trying to give your time. You're trying to give your emotional support, right? Emotional support. Then according to Mangala Sutta as well, so we can consider these are Dāna, right? These are Dāna. So anyway, so this is a very good sutta. So I don't know whether you still remember the story of Hatthaka Āḷāvaka. So Hatthaka Āḷāvaka, he normally came to the monasteries with a group of his friends, many friends. According to commentary, 500 friends. You can imagine, right? But of course, he has 500 friends, but he may not come all together, right? So anyway, whenever he came to the temple, he bring many of his friends accompany him. So therefore, many monks, including the Buddha, notice his strong point, right? And the Buddha asked, why you have so many friends? And Hatthaka Āḷāvaka replied to the Buddha, because of these 4 methods, right? For those who need material support, I give them. For those who need enduring speeches, I use a pleasant speech to them. For those who need beneficing conduct, or for those who need my help, I'm ready for them. And also, I associate with them equally. Then I sit down together, I eat together. So I am one. I have a very close relationship with them. Because of that, I have so many friends, right? So therefore, I think if we follow these 4 methods, you will be able to maintain your relationship, even your children, even your parents, right? Like anyone. Number 1, giving. Number 2, enduring speeches, beneficing conduct, and equal relationship, or impartiality, or oneness, right? So I think it's very good, very, very good sutta. Any question? Okay, so no question, then let's go. So we will read the sutta as well. Just look at page number 420. 420, the same sutta, the verses. Giving, endearing speech, beneficing conduct, impartiality under diverse worldly conditions. So that means impartiality, whether they are suffering, whether they are happy, right? Whether they are happy. Actually here, worldly conditions, we have 8 type of worldly conditions, right? 8 type of worldly conditions. The gain and loss, and praise, the praise and blame, right? And pain and pleasure, and disrepute and fame. So we have a good and bad, right? So whether they are suffering, whether they are happy, so you are there with them. They are together with them, right? Under diverse worldly conditions, as is suitable to fit each case, so these means of sustaining a favorable relationship are like the linchpin of a rolling chariot. So if there were no such means of sustaining a favorable relationship, neither mother nor father would be able to obtain esteem and veneration from their children. But since there exists these means of sustaining a favorable relationship, wise people respect them. Thus, they attain to greatness and are highly praised. Right? Highly praised. So therefore, these four methods are very important. For that reason, Hatthaka Āḷāvaka is designed as, set to the Buddha, set by the Buddha that he is the foremost among the people who treat people with the four kinds of favorable relationship, right? Sustaining favorable relationship. Okay, so let's finish this sutta. A very short one and very good to learn. So therefore, in Anguttara Nikaya, chapter 2, sutta number 132, chapter 4, sutta number 176, and the Buddha said that bhikkhus, a male lay follower, endowed with faith, rightly aspiring, should aspire thus: may I become like a Chaita, the householder, and Hatthaka Āḷāvaka. So this is the standard and criterion for my lay disciples. That is Chaita, the householder, and Hatthaka Āḷāvaka. So here the Buddha said that as a lay follower of the Buddha, and you should take the example of Chaita householder and Hatthaka, who is living in Āḷāvaka, right? Who is living in Āḷāvaka. So they are role model. The reason is Hatthaka Āḷāvaka, so he always practice four methods, right? Of sustaining relationship. So regarding with the Chaita, I think Chaita is a well-known Dhamma speaker, not a monk. He is householder, lay follower, right? Lay follower, and he is famous for giving a Dhamma talk, and he is a good in explaining the Dhamma. So even he preached the monks, not only lay audience, but also so sometimes the monks. They are discussing the Dhamma, but they cannot make a final conclusion. And when they saw Chaita, the householder, and they asked the conclusion, and he gave it, right? He is a non-returner. Both of them are non-returner. Chaita, the householder, as well as Hatthaka Āḷāvaka. So they are non-returner, right? Non-returner. So when you want to so they are the example or role model for lay followers, right? Lay follower of the Buddha. Regarding with the Chaita, the householder, so you can read on the great disciples of the Buddha in the book, the great disciples of the Buddha, right? And a very good story. So it's very good to know. I think. I hope that some of you may want to become a Dhamma speaker. Trying to follow his footsteps, right? Chaita, the householder. Actually, he is a lay devotee, that he preached the Dhamma, right? For those who want to become a Dhamma speaker, then I'm ready to help you all. Maybe because of my voice. So, role model, right? Role model. Let's go to next sutta. Benefit of giving. So now we have learned what are the offerings, right? What are the offerings? So we have learned what are the offerings. Next topic will be the benefit of giving. So what are the benefits? The Result of Dāna in Itiodaka, Sutta number 26, Dāna Sutta. So in this Sutta, what the Buddha said is really interesting to know. For those who carefully read some announcement in the management committee whiteboard, that you will see this Sutta, right? So that I don't know whether right now whether this still exists or not. So management committee put this Sutta in their whiteboard, right? So in Dāna Sutta, Itiodaka, the Buddha said that, "O monks, if people knew as I know the result of giving and sharing, they would not eat without having given, nor would they allow the stain of miserliness to upset them and take root in their mind." The Buddha said that if people knew as I know the result of giving, so they will not eat even the food, right, without giving. Even if it were their less morsel, their less mouthful, they would not eat without having shared it, right? So importance of dāna, right? Importance of dāna. If there were someone to share with, if someone is nearby, so they were even their less morsel, they will give away, right? So that is important of dāna. But monks, as people do not know, as I know, the result of giving and sharing, they eat without having given. And the stain of miserliness upset them and take root in their mind. So in that Sutta we can learn the importance of dāna, right? So the Buddha knew that the result of giving is immeasurable, right? Immeasurable. So later, I think next week I will use the chart done by Mr. Yep, right? Using the Sutta, the percentage of the good deed that make people have a rebirth in heaven. So why? It is interesting. Why people have a rebirth in heaven, right? The people of heaven, right? Using the Sutta, he make a percentage chart, right? Chart. So the Buddha knows that the result of giving is immeasurable, right? So therefore, he always encouraged to give, right? Sumanā Sutta. In Anguttara Nikāya, chapter 5, Sutta number 31. Page number 653. Sumanā Sutta. Actually, that I have I sent out earlier, right? Earlier. Sumanā Sutta. Sumanā Sutta. Sumanā means the one who have a beautiful mind. Sumanā. Is there anyone with the name of Sumanā? Actually, it's a very beautiful name, right? For the lady Sumanā, right? For the man Sumanā, right? Sumanā. My teacher is Sumanā, the one who has a beautiful mind, right? Beautiful mind. So here, in this Sutta, the Buddha answered the question of the princess Sumanā. Sumanā is the daughter of King Kosala. You know the King Kosala? Right. Daughter of King Kosala. So the Buddha answered the question of Princess Sumanā regarding with the result of dāna, right? The result of dāna or benefit of dāna. So according to this Sutta, the Princess Sumanā came to temple and with the 500 chariot, right? And 500 court case, right? Court case. And she asked to the Blessed One, "Here, Bhante, there might be two disciples of the Blessed One. Two disciples of the Blessed One, equal in faith. Sutta, equal in faith." Yeah, faith me in the triple gem, right? Triple gem. And equal in virtual behavior, sila. And equal in wisdom, saddha, sila, panya. But one is generous, one the other is not. One is always give, right? Generous, but the other one is stingy, greedy. With the breakup of the body, after death, they will both be reborn in a good destination, in a heavenly world. So, when they have become devas, will there be any distinction or difference between them? So actually I make it, the Buddha said that yes. Then when they from the heavenly realm and they died and they were born human realm, is there any distinctions or any difference? The Buddha said yes. Then they became a monk, right? They became monks. Is there any difference? The Buddha said yes. Then both of them became arahant. Is there any difference? No. And I answer in this way, right? Princess Sumanā asks, will there be any distinction or difference between two disciples of the Buddha who are equal in faith, saddha, virtual behavior, sila, and wisdom, panya, but one is generous, while the other is not? And the Buddha answers, whenever they are reborn, whether in heaven or human realm, the general disciple will surpass the other in five ways. Lifespan, if he was born in heaven, heavenly lifespan. If he was born in human realm, a human lifespan, right? And also beauty, heavenly beauty or human beauty. Happiness, fame, and authority. So we can say that these are the result of Dāna, right? The result of Dāna. For those who give the Dāna, they will have a long life. And they will be beauty. And they will have happiness. They will be famous. They will have authority in the society. Society they live, right? Society they live. The family they live. Even in the family, even among the brothers and sisters, who is always giving, right? So he will have authority, right? Even he use authoritative speeches. The rest they will have a patience because of Dāna, right? Because of Dāna. So these are because of Dāna, right? The general disciple will support the other in five ways: lifespan, beauty, happiness, fame, and authority. If both attain arahantship, so there will be no difference between the liberation of one and the liberation of the other. That's very important one. Very important line, right? Then after hearing this, the princess Sumanā said that it is astounding and amazing, Bhante. Truly, one has a good reason to give alms and do meritorious deeds, right? Because of the reasons, so there is a good reason to give away, right? To do dana. So this is a because of dana. Whenever we are reborn, we will have a long life. We will be beautiful and we'll be happy. We'll be famous and we'll be authoritative, right? So therefore, it is a good reason to give, right? A good reason to give. But if both of them become arahant, there is no difference regarding with liberation of the mind, regarding with the liberation of vimutti. That is very important, right? So here, liberation means vimutti. So in Vinaya Pitaka, and the Buddha talk about eight wonders of Bodhisasana, using the simile of ocean, right? Ocean. So in that Vinaya Pitaka, the Buddha said that, as you know, the ocean dipping gradually. In the beaches, the water is very shallow, right? It dipping gradually. So just like that, in Buddhism, start with the dana, right? For those who cannot keep precept, you can do dana. Then after that, if you are able, then you can observe sila. Then you can control your bodily and verbal speeches. For those who cannot do meditation, you can keep precept, right? For those who can do meditation, we have two types of meditation, samatha and vipassana. Then you can do samatha, right? Just like recollection of the quality of the Buddha, and Dhamma and Sangha, right? And also radiating loving kindness. So these are samatha. For those who are able, then you can do vipassana meditation. So therefore the Buddha said that his Bodhisasana, the Bodhisasana is dipping gradually, just like the ocean, right? Just like the ocean. And if somebody died in the ocean dried that body to the beaches, right? To the shores. It doesn't keep that body in the ocean. I don't know whether it is truth. But according to that, right? Vinaya Pitaka, the Buddha said that the ocean do not carry that body. He drive away to the beaches, right? To the shore. Just like that, in the Bodhisasana, the monks or the nuns who is immoral, he will be drive away. He will disturb one way or another, right? So the immoral people cannot stay in the Bodhisasana, right? Bodhisasana, just like that. So we have eight wonders of Bodhisasana. Actually, we have 8 wonders of the world, right? Just like that. So we have if you want to read detail, you can go to the book called The Discipline, volume 5, page number 332. You can borrow from library. Can borrow or cannot borrow, right? But you can get from the e-library, right? You can download from the e-library. So for Vinaya Pitaka, right? So this one is one of the wonders. And the Buddha said that even monks, as the great ocean has one taste, the taste of salt, even so, monks does this Dhamma and discipline, Dhamma Vinaya. Dhamma Vinaya means Bodhisasana, right? Bodhisasana has one taste, the taste of liberation. But here liberation means vimutti. This means is the sixth wonder from constantly having seen, which means delight in this Dhamma and discipline. So the monks and nuns, they know that the ocean has only one taste, the taste of salt. Just like that, in Buddha Sasana, we have only one taste, the taste of liberation. Whoever practices the Dhamma, whether you are monks or nuns, whether you are men or women, there's only one liberation. Regarding with the liberations, there's no difference. The Buddha have the taste of liberation. And you can also have the taste of liberation. No different. So therefore, then I like one of the poet, right? One of the poets, she is from West Dana. She said one word. So one of the interesting things in Buddhism is that we can step on the footprint where the Buddha stood, right? So that means the Buddha attained liberation. Then we can also attain the same liberation. The Buddha attained enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. If we practice, whether you are man or woman, no different. You will attain the same enlightenment or the same taste of liberation, right? That is very important. But here, in the the literatures developed in later period, they make too much different regarding with the liberation of the Buddha and liberation of disciples. So actually, it is two difference, especially in Mahayana, right? Mahayana. So Bodhayana and Sāvakayana, right? Even the Theravada, we also have such a wrong interpretation. So there is no difference between the enlightenment of the Buddha and the enlightenment of yourself, right? If you practice the practice laid down by the Buddha, so you will taste the same liberation, right? The same liberation, no different. Then I will quote one sutta, a very important sutta from Samyutta Nikāya. Samyutta Nikāya, chapter 22, sutta number 59. Anatta Lakkhana Sutta. Second sutta that the Buddha taught after Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, right? After the first sermon, a group of 5 monks, they became Sotapanna. Then after that, the Buddha preached Anatta Lakkhana Sutta, the idea of non-self, right? The idea of non-self. So when the Buddha expounded Anatta Lakkhana Sutta, the mind of the group of 5 bhikkhus were liberated from the taints by non-clinging. It's a very important line. That is what the enlightenment is, right? What the liberation is. So what is liberation? Liberation means liberated from the taints or liberated from the defilements by non-clinging. By non-clinging. That is very important. So I will give, actually I will share the story of Chaita, the householder. You know the one, the Buddha says a role model for lay followers, right? One time, Chaita, the householder, was going to the monasteries. So by that time, a group of monks are discussing the Dhamma regarding with Sanyojana. Sanyojana means factors, right? I will write down and then. But I write down. So we have 10 sanyojanas, 10 factors, right? So actually here, the Buddha used the word taints. So when the Buddha, when somebody became arahant, we use the word taints. So we have 3 types of taints. Karma sawa. Taints that so you have an attachment to the sense pleasures, right? So wherever you see, wherever you hear, you have attachment. You have a craving to them. And bhavasawa, or you have attachment to the existence, or attachment to life, right? Human life, heavenly life, and Brahman life, right? And also avijja sawa, delusion or ignorance, right? So when somebody becomes arahant, his mind is liberated from those taints, right? So when the Buddha, when Pali Canon describe, if somebody becomes arahant, use this one. Liberated from the taints by non-clinging. There's no clinging, no craving, right? No craving. But when Pali Canon went to talk about somebody became the different level of Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, and Arahant, the Pali Canon used Sanyojana. We have 10 factors, right? 10 factors. So as a Sotapanna, he eradicate 3 factors, right? Wrong view, and doubt, and attachment to rise and retreats, right? Rise and retreats. Actually, I want to go in further, right? As a Sakadagami, he attenuate, he reduce the amount of lobha dosa moha. As a Nuratana, Anagami, and he further eradicate hatred as well as attachment to sense pleasure. Right? Now we have 5 sanyojana, right? 5 factors. So the arahant eradicates the last 5, right? The last 5. So altogether 10 factors. So the monks are discussing about sanyojana or factors or things that make factors. Or here factor means something that that bind to you, that tie to you, right? That tie to you. It is just if you have a hatred, right? Hatred. So that hatred tie your mind, right? When you see somebody, when you hear some unpleasant sounds, you feel angry because hatred tie your mind, right? As a Nuratana, he remove hatred. So even though he see the one he doesn't like, or even though he hear unpleasant sounds, the hatred or anger will not tie his mind. His mind is liberated from anger or hatred. So that is what is liberation mean. So as a Sotapanna, he doesn't have any attachment to the rise and retreats, right? But you will still do rise and retreats, but in your mind you are free. Normally, our mind is not free from rise and retreats. When I go back to my mother's funeral, So there are a lot of rites and rituals. But of course, it's not nice to deter, right? But of course, I also have the same attachment to rites and rituals. But as for me, so these rites and rituals are not very important, right? So that doesn't mean I'm not sort of, but still have an understanding, right? I have an understanding that so these rites and rituals are not important. But for the family, so these rites and rituals are very important, right? So they have too much attachment to the rites and rituals. If somebody becomes Sotapanna, he doesn't have any attachment or clinging to those rites and rituals. He understands that. So these are not important, right? So here, the monks are discussing about factors and also the factors and also that make somebody time to. So actually the Pali one is Sanyojana and Sanyojaniya. Sanyojana are with 10 type of factor, right? Sanyojaniya means something that make us fatter. Because of something we see, because of something we hear, we have a factor, right? We have factors. So these are Sanyojaniya. So actually they are discussing whether Sanyojana and Sanyojaniya are the same, whether they are different. They cannot make final conclusion. So therefore, by that time, the Cheda householder approached them and they request to make a final conclusion. The Cheda householder said that, given that a simile, so two cow, a white cow and black cow, they are tied with the rope, right? So he asked to the man whether we can say the white cow is a fatter or a tie for the black cow, or a black cow is a fatter or how to say a time for the white cow. So the man said that no, we cannot say that. So they are tied together because of the rope, right? Because of the rope. So the Cheda householder said that similarly, in the same way. So we have six bases. We have an eye, we have an ear, nose, tongue, the body, and the mind, right? We have a 6 internal bases. And we have 6 external bases. The form, visible form, the sounds, smells, taste, and tangible object, and Dhamma object. Oh, sorry, not Dhamma, mental object, right? Mental object. Actually, we cannot call this one as a factor, Sanyojana. We cannot tell them. Not because of our eye, not because of our ear, etc. Right? So we have eye, then we see visible form. Because of contact of eye and visible form, craving arises. The craving is Sanyojana, right? Actually, the craving is Sanyojana. Our eye, the visible form are Sanyojaniya. That make our craving reborn, right? So, because of ear and because of the sound, the contact arises. Because of context, we have a craving, we have a hatred, we have a loving kindness, etc. Right? Etc. So actually, the internal and external bases are not Sanyojana. Actually, only the craving are Sanyojana. So that means we can replace craving with a positive mental state, just like a mindfulness, right? Suppose you have eye, and we have a unpleasant sight or unpleasant sounds. So if you are mindful, there is no place for hatred, just mindfulness, right? Just mindfulness. Mindfulness is not sanyojana, right? Mindfulness is not sanyojana. So that means, actually the way Chaitanya House Sutta answers is very beautiful, right? Very beautiful. Sanyojana and sanyojani are different. So we may have our eye, ear, and we may have unpleasant visible form, unpleasant sound, unpleasant taste, etc., right? But we have a choice, right? If you are mindful, then there's no negative mental state. There is no fata, right? There's no fatas. Just a positive mental state, right? Positive mental state. So therefore, if you are mindful, we can liberate from negative mental state or unwholesome mental state, right? By non-clinging. So if you have attachment, if you attach to unpleasant sounds, so your mind is not liberated from hatred, right? Hatred. So if you see something that you like too much, right? Then you cling to that. Your mind not liberated from craving. So that is what is liberation mean. 5 bhikkhu were liberated from the taints by non-clinging. That means this is only for the arahant, right? For those who become arahant, so all the 3 taints are eradicated. So their mind is liberated from those taints. And also we can use another one. A group of 5 bhikkhus were liberated from 10 fatas, right? 10 fatas. So as a Sotapanna, we can say that he or she is liberated from 3 fatas, right? 3 fatas by non-clinging, right? By non-clinging. That's very important, I think. That is what the liberation is. Liberation is. So as we said that there's no difference between the liberation between one another, right? So when we look at Mahāvaka Pali or Vinaya Pitaka, then it said that at the time, actually these a group of 5 bhikkhus became arahant, right? Became arahant. And Mahāvaka Pali or Vinaya Pitaka said that then there were 6 arahants, 6 accomplished ones in the world. Vinaya Pitaka recorded that there is 6 arahants, right? So when you look at these ones, we can make conclusion that the Buddha also one of the arahants. So there is no difference of liberation, the taste of liberation between normal arahant and the Buddha. The same, right? The same. So therefore, I think it's very important that as a Buddhist, the most important thing is to attain liberation, right? Liberation from negative mental state. So I think to become arahant, to become the Buddha, not important. So the most important thing is to attain enlightenment, right? So therefore, we should try to attain enlightenment in this life, right? In this life, anytime, right? But of course, if we practice, if we do not attain enlightenment or liberation in this very life, so it will be very good condition, right? Very strong condition for next life. According to Sumanā Sutta, there is no difference the liberation of 2 people, right? 2 people. Any question? Okay, no question. Let's go. Regarding with the liberation, I want to share my own story, recent story, right? So as you all know that my mother died a few weeks ago, a few days ago. But of course, as a son, it is a great loss. It's a great loss. So when I go back, I saw that my sisters are crying a lot. Even they cannot eat. One of them, they cannot eat. Actually, my mind is stable, not crying, not even tears, no tears. Then I can maintain the stability of the mind, right? I can say that my mind is liberated from hatred or anger. So here, hatred or anger me, my sisters, they do not like this occasion. This happened to our mother, right? They do not like it. They have anger in their mind. They don't like it. They can't accept it, right? They can't accept it. So their mind is not liberated from dosa, hatred, right? Actually, it is not 100%, of course. Not 100%. So as a man, I have been learning a lot. Then I have been training to maintain stability of the mind, right? But to be honest, I'm tear in the day my mother died. But my sister called me that my mother died. But of course, my mind is stable, no tears. Then I just told them that, of course, we have to accept it, right? We have to accept it. But that night, during puja time, then I remember my childhood memory. So when I come back from the school, when my mother is not around, in my mind is nothing, right? Is too much different. So normally, when we do not see our mother, we really ask somebody, where is my mother? Where is my mother, right? So the mother is a good space in the family, right? In the family. But of course, as a monk, when I remember that child memory, a tear came around. But only that time. Other than that, there's no tear, no sadness. I can accept it, right? So this is her karma, right? This is her karma. But on the other hand, my sisters, they cannot accept it. Therefore, they cry. So that means their mind is not liberated from dosa, right? But for me, of course, not 100%. Then I am trying to liberate my mind from the dosa or anger, right? Anger. So here, sadness is a type of dosa, right? So you have learned a lot. So I can accept it. So therefore, my mind is not moved, right? Not moved. So when I say that, people may think that I have a stone heart, right? Stone heart. Not like this, sorry? Heartless or heart of stone, right? People, it will be very difficult to accept it, right? When I get down from the car, then I go and see the coffin, the body of my mother, not moved, right? Then I just share the merit. Then of course, when I come back, especially my sisters, they cry a lot. I let them cry. Then only after that, I tell them this is impermanence, so we cannot avoid. So it will happen to everyone, right? Then I told them that our mother did a lot of good deed. Then I believe that, and she will have a good rebirth, the last moment, right? Last moment. and she is a serious meditator. So I think that so even though she suffer high blood pressure, so even though she suffer and then she can maintain the stability of the mind, right? So this is a recent own story, right? Trying to liberate. So we have to try to liberate our mind from hatred, from greed, from delusion, right? So these are negative mental state. Negative mental state. So liberation me, liberated from negative mental state, right? Negative mental state. So there is no difference regarding with the liberation between two people, right? Between men and women. So when Venerable Ananda, as you know that Mahapajapati Gautami, the stepmother of the Buddha, requested to become a bhikkhuni, right? The Buddha rejected 3 times. Then Venerable Ananda said that the Buddha, as a woman, do they have a chance to attain enlightenment? And the Buddha said that no different, they can attain it. Why not? And they can join Sangha Aura, and they practice the Dhamma, they became Arahant, right? Because of Venerable Ananda, and the Buddha allowed Mahapajapati Gautami to become a bhikkhuni, right? So the reason, the commentary gives the reason. The reason is the Buddha want to warm bhikkhuni order. So becoming bhikkhuni is not easy one, right? It's very difficult, a very important one, right? So therefore the Buddha rejected that time. Okay, any question? Okay, right? Then let's go next sutta. Benefit of food donation. Bhojana sutta. Bhojana means food. So actually, when we talk about the benefit of food donation, we always quote this sutta. So in that sutta, the Buddha said that bhikkhus, a donor who gives food, gives the recipients 5 things. So what are the 5? One gives life, ayu. One gives beauty, vana. One gives happiness, sukha. And one gives strength, and one gives discernment, patipada. Actually, discernment means a very quick wisdom, a very, very quick wisdom. So for those who give food, he is giving 5 things: life, beauty, happiness, strength, and discernment, right? So without food, people will lose their life, right? Without food, they will not be, their appearance will not be beautiful. Without food, they will not be happy. No strength, no discernment, right? So if you give food, by giving food, you give these 5 as well, right? So, and the Buddha Father said that having given life, when partake of life, whether celestial or human, by giving food, you give life to the recipients. By giving life to them, and you will also have the same benefit when you are in heavenly realm and human realm, right? Heavenly realm and human realm. There's no Brahma realm right here, just heavenly realm, right? Heavenly realm, human realm and heavenly realm. Then by giving beauty, and one partake of beauty, whether celestial or human, by giving happiness, strength, and discernment, and they will also partake of happiness, strength, and discernment. Celestial, whether celestial or human, right? So these are 5 benefits of giving food, right? Giving food. So therefore, it is very it's very good to dana, to do food dana, right? Food dana. So now let's go to the Sutta Suppavasa. Suppavasa Sutta in Gota Nikaya, chapter 4, Sutta number 57. Suppavasa Sutta, chapter 4, Sutta number 57, page number 446. Page number 446. Can you find it? Actually, this sutta is the same, right? The same, except the last one. So in this sutta, the Buddha said that, so the donor gave four things. The donor gave the recipient four things. By giving food, one gives life, beauty, happiness, and strength. So in the same way, by giving life, beauty, happiness, and strength, so one will partake of food, or one will partake of life, beauty, happiness, strength, whether celestial or human. The same, right? The same. I don't know whether you notice. So when we chant pleasant verses, Abhivarana Silesa Nechanhoda Pachayino Chattaro Dhamma Vadanti Ayu Vono Sukham Balam. Can you know it? Ayu, life, long life, right? So in that verses, the Buddha said that for those who is always paying respect and esteem to those who are worthy of it, and they will have four things: a long life, and beauty, and strength, and happiness, right? Happiness. So it is not about dana, it is about sila, right? It's about sila. So we all, the blessing verse is Abhivarana Silesa Nechanhoda Pachayino, right? In that verse also. But here, in Suppavasa Sutta, the Buddha talk about four benefits of giving food, right? Giving food. Life, light, beauty, happiness, and strength. So therefore, I take this Sutta, Bhojana Sutta. This is a complete Sutta, right? Complete Sutta. So in Suppavasa, actually Suppavasa is the mother of Sivali. You know Sivali? Right. So and then people, they want to keep the picture of Sivali in your house, right? For blessing, especially for prosperity. Actually, Venerable Sivali is known as he is the one who have a lot of games in terms of robes, food, shelters, and medicine. So whenever he go, so the human beings and devas, so they will offer everything, right? Everything. So when the Buddha take a long journey, and halfway, and the Buddha see two roads. One is shorter, the other one is longer. Suppose one is a 30 kilometer, another one is a 60 kilometer. And the Buddha asks Venerable Ananda said that, Bhante, this road is a shortcut. There's no human inhabitation. There's no human beings living there. So the other way, longer and 60 kilometer, but there are some human inhabitation, right? Inhabitations. So we can get food by Pinapada, by doing Pinapada, right? And the Buddha said that Ananda is there severely in the behind. They are severely behind. Whenever Ananda said that, yes, Bhante, if so, let's go a shorter rope. He have a strong faith that severely will take care of itself, right? Take care of everyone. So he is such a one. He's very, because of his, past karma, because of his past karma, wherever he go, and everyone is ready to offer everything, right? So even the Buddha have to rely on him. When the Buddha want to take a long journey, right? He asks whether they are severely behind. So Sabbhavasa is the mother of Sivali, right? The mother of Sivali. Then I just want to highlight one important line here. Then actually Sabbhavasa is from Korea. Korea is one of the Sakya kingdom, right? One of the Sakya kingdom. And he is a Sakya princess, right? And when Sabbhavasa was born, Sivali, it takes 7 years and 7 days. 7 years and 7 years, 7 months, 7 days, I think, right? 7 years and 7 days. So she have to take her, the baby in the body because of past karma, right? Because of past karma. So when Sivali was born, he already became 7 years old boy, a very big boy. So he can speak, he can walk, just like a 7-year boy, right? So therefore, it's very difficult to give birth, right? So because of the Buddha, she could give birth easily, right? Easily. Then, so she invited the Sangha Hatthaka the Buddha for 7 days. For 7 days. Then Sivali approached Venerable Sariputta and have a chit-chat, right? Have a chit-chat. So even the 7-year-old boy talking to Venerable Sariputta, right? So later, Venerable Sariputta remind him, you have been suffering. You have suffered in the mother's womb for 7 years, right? Just remember, that happened, right? That happened. So then Venerable Sariputta said that, would you like to become a monk? And he right away said that, yes, Bhante. Then he became a monk, a Samanera, the 7 years, right away, right? Easy, because of past karma. Because of past karma. So I think that Sutta didn't say anything, but maybe one of those times, right? One of those times. So the Sutta said that, then the Korean daughter, Sabbhavasa, with her own hand, served and satisfying the Blessed One with the various kinds of delicious food. Various kinds of delicious food. In Anguttara Nikaya, chapter 1, Sutta number 263, so the Buddha said that she is foremost among the people who always donate excellent food. So not only excellent food, excellent things, right? Excellent things. So because of giving excellent things, and she received excellent things, food, clothing, anything, right? Anything. So when you look at second Sutta, Sutta number 58, Sutta, the next one, the same thing, right? The same thing. So if we give food to the recipients, we give 4 things according to that Sutta: life, beauty, happiness, and strength. by giving those 4 things, and we will also get back the same thing, right? The same thing. You know, the Sutta is nothing but anatta pendika. So actually, Sutta is his real name. Anatta pendika is given later, because he is the giver of homeless people, right? So before he meet the Buddha, and he is always giving to the homeless people, right? To the poor people. So therefore, he is known as Anatta pendika, right? Anatta pendika. Okay, I did. So we are not. We have learned all these 2 sutta, right? Now let's go to another sutta, Sīha Senapati Sutta. Sīha Senapati. Here, Sīha is Sīhapura, right? Sīha means lion. Actually, in Pali, Sīha is a lion, but in Sanskrit, Senga, right? Senga, the same. So actually, Senapati is a general. Actually, he is a general in the Vesali. So as you all know that Vesali is just like a Singapore, a small city-state. So actually, they govern by election. They are not called king. So just like they have a parliament, for those who want to become the officer in the government, so they have to run election. So they have a parliament. Actually, Sīha Senapati, the General Sīha, is a general in the country. So when he attends parliament, other member of parliaments, they are talking about the Buddha, the quality of the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. And he hear very often. I think that this sutta is taught to Sīha, a general of Vesali. He was a follower of Nikanda Buddha, the founder of Jainism. So the founder of Jainism in Pali Canon is called Nikanda Buddha. The son of Nata, Nikanda here, Nikanda means how to say the time. If you tie with the rope, right? That's it. Knot or time, right? Time. Kanda means tie or knot. Nimi, no. No tie or no attachment. A very beautiful name. Just like a Sanyojana, right? Sanyojana means something that connect or something that tie. So you cannot let go, right? You cannot let go. But here, Nikana means the one who do not have a tie, can let go, right? No attachment, no defilements. A very beautiful name. So actually he is known as Jina. Jina means the victor, the one who have a victory. The victory over negative mental state. Negative mental state. He even do not have attachment to the rope, to the cloth. So therefore, he stayed naked. The reason is he doesn't have any attachment to the cloth, right? To the cloth. So therefore, so they stay naked, and they wander wherever they went, right? So no attachment, no attachment. So according to Buddhism, it go 8 streams, right? One of the 8 streams. So they just look at outer appearance, right? So we look at inside, right? Inside. So anyway, the Jainism also a very beautiful religion. Very beautiful religion, very close to Buddhism, right? So other than some extreme practices, right? So when we talk about Sīla, I will touch on Jainism. So what are the schools in Jainism? So what are the important teachings in Jainism, right? Who are the Jains, right? So I will talk in detail. Especially, so when we talk about vegetarianism, right? Vegetarianism. So General Sīha is a follower of Jainism. So the story of the General Sīha can be found in Sīha Senapati Sutta, another Sutta, under his name, in Goda Nikaya, chapter 8, Sutta number 12. And you just write down, just go and read by yourself, right? So I didn't give this Sutta because it's a very long Sutta. You were afraid to print out. So actually it's a very interesting one. The story of General Sīha can be found in Goda Nikaya, chapter 8, Sutta number 12, and Mahāvaka Pali or Vinaya Pitaka. So when the Vinaya Pitaka talk about vegetarianism, right? So in that Sutta, so a group of Parliament members are talking about the quality of Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. So General Sīha, as a follower of Jainism, he was interested to their conversation, right? So he went to go and see the Buddha. So he discussed with his master, Niganda Nadapoda. The master told him, Gautama Buddha has a wrong view. He talked about 8 types of wrong view. So one of them is Gautama Buddha always talk about non-doing, right? Non-doing, akariya. But as a follower of Jainism, we always say, you must do, right? Something. Just like that, he talked about 8 types of wrong interpretation, right? Then General Sīha, his desire to go and see the Buddha subsided. The second time, another occasion, and he hear the conversation of Parliament members, so the quality of Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. And he went to go second time. And he discussed with the master said the same thing. His desire subsided again. The third time, another occasion, he hear the same thing. But this time, he did not take any suggestion or advice from his master. He just go and meet with the Buddha. And right away, he clarified that he had 8 wrong practices of the Buddha. And the Buddha clarified one by one. Then after that, after hearing the further clarification of the Buddha, and he became disciple of the Buddha. And he said that, wow, those are wrong things that I had, right? Then he requested the Buddha accept him as his disciples. Actually, the Buddha said, what the Buddha said is very beautiful, that I will speak out, right? I will read out. So as you know that the General Sīha requested the Buddha to accept him as a disciple of the Buddha. And the Buddha said that, make an investigation, Sīha. Make investigation, Sīha. It is good for such a well-known people like yourself to make an investigation. Don't believe me right away. Make a thorough investigation. It is good for the well-known people like yourself to investigate, right? So actually the Buddha is very beautiful. The Buddha is very lovely, I would say. Actually, we have another sutta in Majjhima Nikaya, Upali. Upali also disciple of Nikandananda Buddha, the same thing, right? The same thing. So he went to the Buddha to debate with the Buddha. And the Buddha say, the Buddha trying to beautifully avoid his debate. And he told, actually, the Buddha, of course, the Buddha make a debate with him. The later, he know that what the Buddha said is logical and acceptable. But even that time, he believed that the Buddha is a real Buddha. But he further investigate, right? Then he make second statement. And the Buddha further clarify. And he make another statement, and the Buddha clarify. So later he said that, even you are the first statement, I already became disciple or you, follower, you will say, right? Follower of the Buddha. But he just went to listen what the Buddha said, right? What the Buddha said. Upali. Now Upali also became disciples of the Buddha. And the Buddha said the same thing. Make investigation Upali. Make investigation Upali. It is good to make investigation for people like you, well-known people like you, right? So because of that, both of General Sīha and Upali, they they more firmly believe in the triple gem, right? For the gem. So even here, General Sīha said that the Buddha, if the leader of the faith, if they know that the General Sīha became their follower, and they will go around the city, they will announce that General Sīha became their follower. But contrary to that, the Buddha said that, make investigation, right? Don't believe at once, right? So for that reason, he has more faith in the Buddha, right? More faith in the Buddha. And the Buddha said another thing. Sīha is his name, right? Sīha, your family has long been a fountain of support for the Nikandas. Here, Nikanda means disciple of Nikandananda Buddha. Your family has long been a fountain of support for the Nikandas. Hence, you should consider continuing to give alms to them when they approach you. The Buddha said that you are a generous supporter to the Nikandas. So you continue to support them. You continue to give them. Here, fountain of support me just like a well, right? So anybody can use the water from the well. So your house is just like a well, right? So Nikanda approach your house, then they get food. So now also, even though you became disciples of the Buddha, you still continue to support them, right? The Buddha is very broad-minded. How can I say? The Buddha is a broad-minded. So, understanding, right? Understanding. Then General Sīha said that the Buddha, before I heard that, people always say, the Gautama Buddha always say that you should give alms to me. And you should give alms to my disciples only. So the alms or dana given to me and to my disciples is all grateful, right? So it is wrong right now, right? So the Buddha said that continue to support those Nikayanda, right? Those Nikayandas. Then after that, the Buddha explained General Sīha graduate discourses. The graduate discourses: Dāna, Sīla, Gata, Saka, the heavenly realm. Then after that, the danger of sin's pleasure. Then after that, Four Noble Truths. Then after hearing Four Noble Truths, so General Sīha became Sotapanna. So after listening the Dhamma, after he became Sotapanna, he invited the Buddha to his house. So the next days, the food is prepared in the General Sīha house together with the meat and fish. So Nikayandas, they saw the food is, the meat and fish are prepared to donate to the Buddha and the group of Sangha. They go around the cities. They announce that the Gautama and his disciples, so they are going to have lunch. They are going to have a food in the General Sīha house. Knowingly, the food is prepared for them. But as you know that, so according to them, eating meat and fish is not allowed, right? Not allowed. But here, the General Sīha prepare the fish and meat. So because of that, the Buddha have to lay down a Vinaya rule. If someone see, if someone hear, if someone suspect that the meat and the fish are prepared for him, not allowed to eat. Not allowed to eat. There's a Vinaya rule. But if you do not see, if you do not hear, if you do not suspect that the meat and the fish are prepared intentionally for you, you can eat it, right? You can eat it. So that is the statement and Vinaya rules regarding with the vegetarianism in Buddhism, right? So when we learn about Sīla, we will go in detail, right? We'll go in detail. So I think that time is up. So we'll study Sīha Senapati Sutta next week, right? Next week, okay? Yo varatam bhavaro manu jesu sakyamuni bhagava gata kecho paragato bala vidya samangi tan sukatan saranata mupemi raga viraga maninja masokan dhamma masangata mapatikulan marurami mambakuna suvipatam dhammami mansaranathamupemi yatachate nama hapalamahu Chatusu sisu purisa yugesu atacha pogala dhammadasate sangame mansaranata mupemi sadhu sadhu sadhu. Good night, everyone.